There's the music. Come settle in by the water, little ones. I have a question for you before the story starts. What makes a place truly yours? Is it where you happen to start out? Or is it the people you choose and the people who choose you back? Hold that one close. Because here's a thing I've come to believe over a long life. God didn't set us down to belong all alone. He set us to belong to each other. And that belonging is something you choose. Listen close. The answer's in the story. Now, this happened on a bright, ordinary morning down by the water. For a while now, a traveller had been stopping at Shiloh Creek. Bramble the hedgehog, in from the borderlands, with a bindle on his shoulder and a story in his pocket. He'd tell a tale, mend a fence, and slip off down the road before anybody quite noticed he was going. That was just Bramble, and that morning the little ones found his bindle by the water, packed and tied and ready.
Wait, his bag's all tied up. Is Bramble leaving? But he just got... Okay, he didn't just get here, but it always feels like he just got here, every single time.
Tied? Packed? No, that's a leaving bag. I know a leaving bag when I see one. Okay, somebody do something. Somebody think of a reason. I'm going to go get the others. Do not let him near that road yet.
And up from the water's edge looked Bramble himself. Slow and easy, the way a traveller is. He set a hand on his bindle, and he said, plain as anything,
Caught me packing. I'll be moving on come morning. The road's been good to me here, better than most. But a traveler travels, that's the whole of the trade.
Moving on, behold, I will not permit it. Friends, the hour calls for a spectacular, a big, loud, wonderful show, just for him. Banners, a choir of bees. I shall recite his every tale from memory, with gestures. No traveller so loved could possibly wish to leave.
Wait, what's that? A what's-it? Is that like a party but louder?
Okay, better idea. Build idea. I make him a house. Right here. 4 seconds. I've got the reeds pre-bent. Watch. A door, a little shelf, a hook for the bag. There. A home. And you can't leave a home. That's the rules. You live here now. You're welcome.
Ooh. Or, okay, this is my best one. What if we just hide his hat? He can't go without his hat. Then he stays forever, and we never give it back. Wait, that's kidnapping a hat. Is that bad? That feels a little bad.
The hat's not even... Bongo! He could just get a new hat. The hat is not load-bearing. Okay, you know what? Mine's better. Mine's a house. A house beats a hat. This is just math.
You've now got a house, a hidden hat, and a bee orchestra. None of that is asking him to stay. That's just a lot of furniture.
Furniture? Furniture? Shelley, it has a heated reading nook and a tiny mailbox, so he gets mail here. You get mail somewhere, you live there. That's just postal law. I looked it up. Well, I will look it up.
A house cannot hold a soul, you literal hummingbird. Only art can, although a house with art in it. We shall combine our schemes. The big show shall be held inside the 4-second house. Genius.
Ooh, and snacks. We filled the whole house with snacks, so he never has to leave for a snack. Wait, that's the trap thing again. I keep making traps. I just want him to stay so bad.
Then we make the trap beautiful! A trap of love. I shall add a fountain and a second choir, for when the first choir tires. 2 choirs. No soul has ever resisted 2 choirs.
2 choirs. He's a hedgehog, not a wedding.
Could we do a small wedding? Just to him? To the creek?
A choir of bees, a house in 4 seconds, a stolen hat. You're good ones, the lot of you truly, but none of that's a reason to stay, little friends. It's a very loud way of asking me not to go. And those aren't the same thing.
A whole big show inside the house? With the hat hidden somewhere in it? Guys, I think we made a trap. A really nice trap. With snacks.
I noticed something. Nobody's actually asked him to stay. Not really. We've thrown a lot of loud at him, but loud isn't the same as choosing somebody.
Now, when a thing gets tangled, Bramble doesn't argue it straight. He tells it straight. He sat himself down on the bank, the way he does, and he said,
Story I heard once. Out toward the borderlands, there was a stone, a plain gray stone, up in the high creek where it started, and the water picked it up one spring and carried it, tumbled it a long, long way, past places it had never been. A stone doesn't get a say in where the river takes it.
Aw, the little stone. Was it lonely? Down there in the dark river, all by itself? I bet it was lonely. I'd have brought it a tiny snack. Can stones eat? I never checked.
Wait, hold on, back up. A stone went how far? On the river? With no map, no plan, no... Okay, that is the worst engineered journey I have ever heard, and it worked? I hate it. Keep going.
Could be for a while. But here's the turn of it. Far, far downstream, somebody was building a wall, a low stone wall by a house. And they had a gap in it, one gap, an odd shape, that not a single stone they owned would fill. Then up out of the water comes this plain gray traveler, and it fit. First try, like the gap had been waiting on it the whole way down. That's how the tale went anyway.
The gap was waiting for that stone, the one from far away. None of the nearby ones fit. It had to be the traveler. So, being from somewhere else didn't make it not belong. It's the reason it fit.
Could be.
The big show proceeds regardless. I have already taught the bees their parts. They hum in harmony now, mostly. 2 of them are flat, but their hearts are in it. Bramble, you magnificent wanderer, behold how wanted you are. Surely a heart this cheered for cannot simply walk to a road.
A bee choir with 2 bees flat. Sit it down, friend. Gently now. A banner's a kind thing, but you can't pin a fellow to a place with a banner. I've been cheered for in a dozen woods, wanted even. It's not the same as being one of somewhere. That's a different thing, and a quieter one.
He's retying the bag. Right now, while we're all busy planning a party for him. Go. The bees can stop rehearsing.
But we made him a house with a hook and bees that mostly harmonize. Wait, he's actually going. The party's not going to work, is it? Why isn't it working? We want him so much.
Wanting a body to stay and choosing them as your own. Those can look alike, little ones, but they aren't. There's an old line I keep close, about a young woman who left everything she knew and turned to her husband's mother and said, "Where you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people. I'll tell you the whole of it by and by. Watch a moment first.
Old Timber. I think I know why the party didn't work. And I think I'm the one who's supposed to say it. Can I talk to him? Just me? For a minute?
And the others hushed and let her go to him. Bramble looked at the bindle in his hands a long moment. Then he looked at Fern, and the old elephant heard him say a thing he'd carried a very long way.
I've walked through 100 woods, little fawn. Maybe more. Never stayed in one, not once. And you want to know the honest reason? It isn't the road calling. It's easier to be the one who leaves. Then no place ever gets to feel like home, and you never have to miss one. You start to belong somewhere, and then it can hurt to lose it. So I learned not to start. Keep the bindle packed. Keep one foot on the road. That way a place can't keep me, and it can't let me go either. A traveler's safe that way.
Bramble. In all your roads, old friend, did you ever, even once, let a place keep you?
No, not once. And I think that's the first time I've ever said that out loud and heard how lonely it sounds.
Bramble. I left this creek once. Did you know that? I packed up small and quiet and I went, because I wasn't sure I belonged here either. And then I chose to come back. Not because somebody made me, because I picked them. These ones. They're mine. So here's what I came over to say. You don't have to be born somewhere to be one of us. You choose your people, and you let them choose you back. And we choose you, Bramble. You're not a guest passing through anymore. You're ours. That's a thing God set us to do, to belong to each other on purpose. And it doesn't stop being true just because you're down a road.
Ours. I've been a great many things in a great many woods, little fawn, never once ours. I don't quite know what to do with my hands.
You don't have to do anything with your hands. You just get to be ours now. That's it. That's the whole job.
I had a whole big show prepared. Banners, bees, and it turns out the whole of it fit into 4 small words from a quiet fawn. You are one of us. I shall never stage anything again. That's a lie, but I felt it just then.
Now, that afternoon, we sat together in the warm grass by the water, and I asked the little ones what the morning had taught them. And Fern, who knew this one in her bones, said it first, and said it plain.
I think belonging isn't about where you started. It's a choosing, both ways. You pick your people, and you let them pick you. And once you've done that, being far away doesn't undo it. You're still theirs. They're still yours.
And I'll tell you what it taught me, little ones, and I don't say much, so mind it. I'll still take the road come morning. A traveler travels, that part's true as ever. But I go out a different fellow than I came in. I'm not passing through anymore. I'm one of yours, going down a road and coming back. That's not goodbye, that's just see you down the road.
Good. Then leave the road open and come back loud. We'll keep your spot by the water.
And the house stays, by the way, your house. I'm leaving the hook for the bag, so when you blow back through, it's right there. That's me choosing you, with carpentry.
And here's the old line I kept till the end, little ones. It's in the Bible, in a book called Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. A long time ago, a young woman named Ruth could have gone back to her own family and her own homeland. But she chose to stay with Naomi, her husband's mother, in a country not her own. And when Naomi told her she didn't have to come, Ruth chose her anyway. This is what she said. And Ruth said, "Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God." Which is the grandfather way of saying, you don't wait to be from somewhere to belong to it. You choose your people, and you let them choose you. God set us to belong to each other on purpose. So this week, little ones, do the Ruth thing. Choose somebody, and let them choose you back. Sit by the one who's sitting alone. Go back for the friend who fell behind. And the new one, leave a place open and let them know it's theirs whenever they're ready. Now, isn't that a fine thing to carry? Now, before the frogs, a quick true thing. For Professor Hoot had flown down with a fact about belonging he simply could not keep to himself.
Professor Hoot here, with a fact entirely true. Every dolphin, you should know, makes up its very own whistle. Its name, you might say. And no two are alike. Out in the wide, wide sea, dolphins call to one another by name clear across the water. And here is the wonder of it. A dolphin will remember a friend's whistle for 20 years and more, long after they've swum their separate ways. So, even an ocean apart, they never forget whose they are. Your people, you see, are the ones who know your name anywhere. A fact. Good day.
And then, out from the reeds came the Mud Puppy Brothers. Splish, Splash, and Splosh. Splosh started.
Today on Mud Puppy Minutes, we will explain what in the world is a home?
Easy. Home is the wettest rock. The wettest rock you can find. That's your home. If a wetter rock comes along, good for you. You've moved. I've had 9 homes this morning.
No, wait. Isn't home just wherever your people are? Like the ones who'd notice if you weren't there? Doesn't matter which rock?
Oh no, that's far too nice. That can't be it. Wherever your people are? Out of the question. Too sensible. No. Home is wherever your snack is. You belong to the snack. The snack chooses you.
Oh, the snack. Yes. That's why I follow the snack everywhere. It's not being greedy. I just miss my home. And my home is the snack. So, really, I'm being very brave.
Wait, was it actually the people thing? Wherever the ones who'd miss you are?
Nah. Mud puppies, we have solved it. Home is the wettest rock with a snack on it. Case closed.
Here's the real of it, little ones. Home isn't the wettest rock, and it isn't the snack. Splash had it, just for a blink. Home is where your people are, the ones who'd notice the empty spot if you weren't in it. That's the truth of the thing. The frogs may keep their snack. And come the next morning, Bramble did take the road, just as he said. Bindle on his shoulder, one hand raised. But he turned at the bend and called back, "See you down the road." And every one of us called it back. And that's a morning I'd keep if I could only keep one, little ones. Be well, and go choose somebody for yours.
See you next time, somewhere in Shiloh Creek.